Alright, here we go guys, PSA submission. I'm going to keep this video as raw as possible, no fancy edits like I usually do, no crazy transitions, just me, my PSA sub, and you guys. I don't mean to make that sound weird. But anyways, I got 2 subs inside of this one box. One of the subs is from my Arita signing. I have 4 cards inside and I can't wait to show you guys some of the cards I have. And then I also have my February bulk submission. Alright, we're going to start off with the Arita signing first. I know, wow, face cam, new KB. I don't know how they figure out to do this format earlier on in my previous PSA and Ace return videos, but here we are. New KB, new face cam. These are the 4 cards from my Arita signings. As I said, I think this is the only Japanese one, the rest are English. I'm excited to show you guys because these are absolutely beautiful. Starting off with probably the worst one in my opinion. I mean, obviously it depends on what sort of card you like, but this is like the cheapest one. I don't know why I sort of submit. I just like the artwork. That's probably the reason why I submitted it. Other than that, there's no reason for me to submit a card like this other than the fact that I just enjoy the card. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people tend to just send in Charizards for the reassigning, but I said to myself, I kind of want to send in some for PC and then I kind of want to send in some to sell. So you'll see the rest of the cards and you'll sort of figure out what I'm selling and what I'm keeping. So here we go. The first card in a submission is, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to not reveal the grade first. Is a Deoxys EX. This is a Japanese exclusive, by the way, guys. And it's actually very expensive in a PSA 10. This is from the Emerald gift box set, which comes with the Rayquaza EX, which I actually recently got from Japan. Beautiful card. That's one of my favorite Rayquazas, if not my favorite, along with the Delta species Rayquaza, which you probably see in the background right there. But yeah, anyways, enough waffle. Let's get straight to it. This got a PSA 9. By the way, guys, I do know all the grades for all the cards. I just haven't seen the slabs properly in person yet. I have took a peek at some of them because I obviously posted a little story on Instagram showcasing some of the cards. But other than that, I haven't gone through any of the cards properly. So it's my first time sort of like properly seeing the cards. So here we go. That is the first card. And unfortunately, I got that PSA 9. It's a shame because I obviously wanted that 10 since I got my name signed on it. If I do want to sell it, I can't. It's got my name on it unless someone else is called Cameron. But the chances of someone else being called Cameron with that sort of spelling and also collecting Pokemon cards, yeah, long day for me. But anyways, that's the first card in the submission. Unfortunately, obviously got that 9. But I know, starting off bad, trust me, it gets better. The second card in the submission, I won't reveal the grade, is... This is the big bad boy. I don't know why I couldn't whistle there. There we go. I shouldn't even whistle at home. Apparently it's bad luck. Anyway, oh yeah. I mean, I know all the grades. I know all the grades, so it's fine. I was going to say it's bad luck for the rest of the grades, but I know all the grades. So I don't really care. Charizard from Stormfront, the secret rare from the set from 2008, guys. 2008. And look how he done the head sketch. So sick. Do you know what that says, guys? Bird. Do you know why it says bird? I'll show you in a second after revealing the grade. So we ended up getting a PSA 10. So the way I sent in these cards is I authenticated the card. So the card itself is just authenticated. It's not actually graded. And then the autograph is the one that's actually graded. So the auto got a PSA 10 whilst the card just got authentic. So the only stuff that is graded on the card is the auto. As you can see here, my name is KB, Cameron Bird. I got Cameron and I got Bird here. So it says Cameron Bird, to Cameron Bird, which is quite cool, right? English and then Japanese. I thought it was going to be quite tricky trying to get him to write Bird in Japanese, but I ended up convincing him. Let me just say that. I had to show him quite a bit of proof. But I mean, he done it at the end of the day, which I'm really, really grateful for. And I appreciate him. It was a very stressful event for the guy. I'm not going to say anything. If you guys were there, if you know what happened, you guys know what happened, sort of thing, right? But yeah, I appreciate the guy. Awesome guy. Absolute legend in the industry. Do you know what I'm saying? One of the best artists to ever exist. And as I said, I appreciate him for just, you know, taking his time out of the day to sign my cards. Here we go. Guys, this is one of my favorite EXs in the era. The Blaziken EX from actually my favorite set that ever exists. That has ever existed, sorry. Crystal Guardians. I actually have 3 Crystal Guardian 10s. I have the Aggron, I have the Sceptile and the Jirachi. They're somewhere in my office. But here we go. This is the Blaziken EX from Crystal Guardians. And the same with the Deoxys. I also got my name written on it in English. So as I said, if I ever do want to sell it, it will be quite difficult to sell. So I was hoping for 10. And it got that gem in 10. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't know why this one got a 9 and this one got a 10 when they're sort of the exact same thing. So with autos, the thing that's graded is the autograph and not the head sketch and not the name. So the only stuff that is graded is his name. So as you can see here, that's the difference between the two names, the difference between the 9 and the 10. I think if I look closely, the 9 sort of, I don't know how to explain it. It's like almost, you see that part, right? The I and the H is almost together, whilst this one is a bit spread out and more neat. So maybe that's why I got a 9 and a 10. But still, bro, I'm flipping gas with this. Blaziken EX, what in a 10? That's going PC. That's going straight to PC. And then the last card in the Arita submission is probably the biggest card in the submission. Wow. It just gets better and better, I swear. It started off bad, but as I said, it got better and better. We have the Mewtwo GX. I think you guys have probably already seen this on my Instagram, right? Because I showcased this one, especially on my Instagram, before doing this video. PSA 10. PSA 10. Look at that. Kind of looks like a kangaroo, the head sketch, but we'll take it. Arita head sketch, bro. I'll take. If that was a donkey, I will take it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's an Arita head sketch. You can't fault the guy, man. Look at that, bro. The white just hits so perfectly on the card. And actually, it's in very good condition. I was deciding whether or not I should actually just grade this card. Because of how clean it was. But I was like, Arita's coming up. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got to get this card signed. This is one of my favourite cards from Sun and Moon, along with the Arceus Dialga Palkia and the Latias and Latios. So I was like, English as well, you know, I had to get it signed. It looks so sick. Same, got him to sign Bird there, which is quite cool. And obviously his name and Mewtwo head sketch, which is really, really cool. That looks so sick. So my two favourite ones, as I said, are the Blaziken and the Mewtwo. There we go. I kind of want to keep these two and then sell these two. The Charizard is sick, but I kind of need to make some money back because I do run a business at the end of the day and these cost a lot of money. I think from what I remember, sorry, it was like around £100 to get your card signed. I'll put it on the screen. So it was around that sort of price range to get your card signed. So it's not cheap, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it did cost a lot to grade, and I had an upcharge as well after the cards were graded, which is nice to see. I'm not gonna lie, it is quite nice to see. But here we go. This is the main submission, my book submission from February. Starting off with the first card in the submission, we have a Houndoom Prime. Hopefully you guys didn't see that grade. I had a lot of cards that I submitted from my cops at LCS, which I got from random customers or random friends and people I know. And then I also got some cards I got from Japan, from my second trip to Japan. So a lot of the cards that I copped from like C-Labo, Otachu, Nin, PDG. A lot of those cards are in this submission, so you guys can see sort of what grades they got, right? Here we go, Houndoom Prime. Did my belly just rumble there? Houndoom Prime. Starting off with the first card. Are we going to start off strong? As I said, I know all the grades, so it's not really too exciting for me, but it's cool seeing the card. Do you know what I'm saying? Beautiful card, one of my favourite primes in Heart Gold Soul Silver. We have a PSA 8. Not bad, considering obviously how old the card is, but this card was in very, very good condition. I reckon if PSA graded this a few months back, it would have probably got a PSA 9 because of how clean it is. A lot of these cards that I will be showing you in today's submission are very, very clean. And as you guys know, PSA have upped their standards recently with grading. So it's a lot harder to get that PSA 9 or PSA 10. But still, we'll take it. PSA 8 for a really old card, which I bought for a very cheap price. Shout out to my plug. If you're watching this, bro, Appreciate you. I'm not going to bait you. You guys probably already know who it is. But there we go. Starting off strong. I would say strong, right? I wouldn't say that's weak. PSA 8 for that sort of card. I'll take it. I was kind of pissed off of this one because this one ended up getting a PSA 9. So this is the second Houndoom in the submission. As you can see, I do like Houndooms. Quite a big fan of the Pokemon. And this one ended up getting a PSA 9. I think, guys, I genuinely might crack this card because it is absolutely clean. Let me just show you guys how clean this is. Let me try to zoom in. There's literally no specks on the back whatsoever. The only stuff that sort of throws me off might be the surface at the front. There might be like surface damage on the top of the card or somewhere, I don't know. But other than that, it looks so clean. I might just crack and send it to Ace, or I'll send it to PSA again. Because it's absolutely clean. It should deserve that gem in 10. Don't know why I got 9, but we'll take it still. Not bad, you know, could have been worse, sort of thing. But it's just sad because I was expecting a 10 on that, as it was mint. I mean, 9's still mint, don't get me wrong, but I wanted that gem mint 10 grade. Who doesn't, you know, sort of thing. Here we go, PSA. I was going to reveal the grade because I know it. Umbreon from Hargo Soul Silver, Umbreon Hollow. Same with the Houndoom. I also got this card from a plug of mine, and it ended up getting a PSA 8. We'll take it. As I said, once again, a really old card, so I'm not too fussed. But once again, it is very, very clean. And I thought it would have got a PSA 9, but I got a PSA 8. Still, not bad at all, especially considering how old the card is. And plus, it's an Umbreon. I think I got a PSA 8 because of the scratches on the front. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is quite a few scratches on the front. So you know what? We'll take an 8. We will take an 8 all day of the week. Beautiful, beautiful card. There we go. Next card in the submission. I was going to just reveal the... Okay. Now, this one card, I was like, if this gets a gem mint 10, the rest of the submission, I genuinely don't care. The rest of the submission, apart from the Arita signings, I don't care if they get 9s or 8s or 7s. I wanted this card in a gem mint 10. This was my #1 pick for gem mint 10 in the submission. The Aerodactyl EX from EX Sandstorm. I copped this card at LCS from a random customer who actually pulled this card himself. So shout out to the guy who pulled it. Crazy that I'm able to buy these sorts of cards from 2003. Do you know what I'm saying? I've done a little deal with him. I paid over comps for this, I'm pretty sure, in raw condition. I think I gave him close to £100 for this card in raw condition. I know, raw condition, crazy. But it was a mint condition. I knew it was a mint condition because I checked it. He said he pulled it pack fresh. So I was like, you know what, bro, I trust you, sort of thing. It's illustrated by Koke, one of my favorite artists in the TCG as well, along with Arita and Ueda. So I was like, I got to grade it, man. And it ended up coming back a PSA 9. Usually I'll be excited, but I wanted a PSA 10, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, no, this card is completely clean. Like, exceptionally clean. It's pack fresh. It should have got a 10. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially for this condition. Look at that. I genuinely couldn't see anything wrong with the card when I observed it. I'm very, very tempted to crack the card and send it off to PSA again in either Premier or Ultra Tier. Or I crack it and send it to Ace Grading. And obviously get the nice Ace label. Shout out to Ace, by the way. Use my code KB. Link in the description if you want to grade your cards with Ace Grading. They do come back faster. And obviously you get that nice Ace label as well. So I might just send it into Ace, crack it and send it into Ace. Hoping for that 10. Because it's minty, man. It deserves that 10. So I might just do that. I'll keep you guys up to date if I do that. The next card in the submission, we have... Ooh, one of the biggest cards in the submission, guys. I also copped this card from the plug. I'm just going to call him the plug, right, at this point. Shout out to you, bro, because I appreciate you for sending me these cards. This card ended up getting a... By the way, this is a big card, right? If it gets a 10, unfortunately, it didn't get a 10. It got a PSA 8. This is a Charizard reverse from Secret Wonders from Diamond and Pearl. This card actually looks like a secret rare, but it's not. It's numbered 3 out of 132. Decently clean. Just this tiny, tiny specks of whitening at the back. Maybe some surface damage somewhere that I can't really see with the naked eye. Apart from that, I was expecting an 8 online, so we'll take an 8. Still a bit of a stonky card, even in an 8, so we'll take it. beautiful Charizard nonetheless. All these cards, by the way, guys, will be for sale. So if you are interested, check out my new website. Link will be in the description below, kbmon.com. Best cards, best sealed products. I will literally have nearly all these cards are for sale, and there will be a massive sale within the first 48 hours of releasing the website. So if you want to go ahead, buy any of these cards, as I said, they will be on sale and you'll get a massive discount off your first order within the first 48 hours of the website launching. Here we go. The next card is, of course, another Charizard reverse, but this time from a different set. This is from Platinum Arceus, and the previous one was from Secret Wonders. This is a Platinum set, and this is a Diamond and Pearl set. That is a difference between the two. And another difference between the two is that the second one ended up getting a PSA 9. We'll take that, bro. We will take that. Absolutely huge card in a PSA 9. I mean, huge for, like, you know, the sort of money I paid to get it raw. So, I mean, I'll put on the screen how much I paid and how much I'm taking home, but that is an absolute beauty, man. Look at that. I don't think I'll ever be able to find these prices ever again, because I bought all these cards just before the massive boom of Pokemon. And guys, look how clean this card is. Genuinely, if I was to resubmit this a couple months back to PSA, it could potentially get that I was going to say Ace 10, potentially get that PSA 10 because of how clean it is. Look at that. Look at that. That's just fluff on the card, do not worry. There we go. Absolute beauty. Absolute beauty, man. As I said, if you want to buy any of these cards, check out my website, kbpokemon.com. They will all be available for sale. Or hit me up on Instagram. How many Charizards have I got? Am I Vivian Collectibles here, bro? Bumba Club, man. Man said I got more Charizards than Viv in this exhibition. Yeah, check out my new website, kbpokemon.com. I will have a massive sale, as I said, and a lot of these cards. Great deals available. This is the card I caught from Japan. This was, I'd say, my top 5 or top 10 most expensive cards I caught from Japan on my second trip. And I copped this one in Nagoya into Record Camp. I remember I copped it for £100 or around £100. And as soon as I bought it, fun little story, I go to the counter and the guy says to me at the counter that someone else has purchased this card online. And I was like, wait, hold on, can I buy it or not? He was like, you know what, we're going to give it to you because you ended up showcasing and picking out first. And I was like, oh, really? Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. And he was like, ha. So there we go. Charizard, level X. I was actually trying to sell this card raw at LCS and on whatnot. And I said to you guys, it was minty because this got that Gem Mint 10. Guys, if I sell raw cards and I say it's mint, it means it's mint. Gem Mint 10. Come on now. Gem Mint 10. This one might go in my PC because of how sexy it is. Look at that, man. Bro, look at the starry pattern on the Charizard. Sorry that you guys can see my face. You guys can see my face here and on the thing. But bro, come on, man. The English doesn't have this. A lot of the Japanese level X's have that starry pattern. Look, you can see that, right? But the English cards don't have that. They are Japanese exclusives, like the holo pattern. So there we go. Beautiful, beautiful card. I actually have that Charizard in English in a PSA 9. I had like 3 of them. I'm down to my last one. Ended up selling one to Viv recently, so shout out to Viv. Here we go. Detective Pikachu. I actually copped this also the same day I copped the Charizard into Record Camp when I went to the one in Nagoya. Detective Pikachu, this card is stonking up recently in value, and I think I copped it for like £20 when I went to Nagoya. So, I mean, can't complain whatever sort of grade it gets. Can't complain because we ended up getting that Gem Mint 10. Beauty. I might actually keep this one for my PC as well. Great. I'm going to keep all my cards for my PC at this point. Can't do that, camera. You got to sell some of these, man. Come on. Think. Pikachu, man. With Growlithe. I played the game. I didn't really enjoy the game, I'll be honest with you. If you guys have played it, let me know down in the comment section below. But I personally didn't enjoy it. I don't know why. It was just one of those games where, like, it just took so much time to read the stuff and I couldn't be asked, man. I don't have time. A lot of the games that I do play right now are just like quick, fast-paced, quick and easy games. I play like GTA, Fortnite with Viv, Bav, and Todd. If you guys know who Todd is, shout out to Todd. Origin Form Palkia is the next card. I actually graded this, the Dialga from the same set in my last submission, and it got a 10. So I kept this one. I don't know why they submitted the two together. This one ended up getting that, PSA 10 as well. Let me take a sip of Monster. That was a heavy sip. I've barely been getting sleep, guys, by the way. I've just been editing my Japan series. So hopefully if the first Japan videos are up, you guys are enjoying them, because I've put in a lot of effort into making sure they are done correctly. So hopefully, as I said, you guys are enjoying it, because I enjoy making them. I enjoy going to Japan, and I enjoy obviously uploading those videos. I don't know what I was waffling there, sorry about that. The next card in the submission, we have a Garchomp level X. Now, same with the other cards, the other level X's, EX Japanese, we also copped this in Japan, and I thought it was in pristine condition. Let me just check the back. Yep, nothing wrong with it. Unfortunately, got that 9. I don't know how. These cards are absolutely hard to grade though, so I can't fault that. I think it's the centering. The centering is what let it down. As you can see, it is left heavy. The right side is a lot thinner than the left side. But apart from that, is in mint condition. So once again, I might crack this card and send it off to either ace grading or send it into PSA again later on. Yeah, it's minty, man. It should have got that 10. If you are going to take anything away from this video, is one, my videos are sick. Second of all, if you are to grade, make sure the centering is good. Make sure the centering is at least 60 to 40. I think PSA are doing 55-45 at the moment, but sometimes you can, knock off 60-40. Just like this one, because this one ended up getting that PSA 10. And this one, as you can see, it's not perfect centering. It's not bad, but it's not perfect. But it is in line with that 60-40 range, in my opinion. There we go. Look at that. I'll try and put it so you guys can see it properly. Let me try and zoom in, actually. Maybe you guys can appreciate the card art a bit more. There we go. Look at that beauty. Not my face, by the way, the card. Sorry. This is a Japanese exclusive, by the way, guys. I've graded so many of these. I genuinely believe this is like my 6th or 7th card graded of this Palkia. So, yeah, absolute stunner. Deserve that Gem Mint 10. Once again, I was selling these cards at LCS and on my stream on Whatnot. So if you have not checked out my Whatnot streams, go check them out. Guys, if you're not signed up to Whatnot, you can get a free £10 bonus for when you sign up using my link in the description below. If I have a card for £10 on my stream and you get that £10 voucher, you can literally cop it for free. Or you can use it as a discount towards something bigger. So if you want to cop any of these cards on my stream, sign up using the link in the description below. And as I said, you'll get a free £10. The next card in the submission is the Garchomp Level X. Same with the Palkia. These are both Japanese exclusives. But unfortunately, this one ended up getting a PSA 9. Let's take a look if the centering was the reason for why it got a PSA 9. To be fair, the centering isn't too bad, but as I can see, it's slightly off on the left-hand side. But I don't think that should have been the case. I think that should have got PSA 10. Let's check if there's something wrong with the back. I can't see any whitening. Nothing in the corners, that's just fluff on the slab. Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with the card. I don't know. Might be a little surface damage somewhere that I can't see with the naked eye. But yeah, I genuinely believe that this card was in mint condition. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. PSA 9 is still mint, but I was expecting a Gem Mint 10. But it's fine. At least when we do get 10s, it's a bit more special, right? So you can never fault getting 9s. It's still mint. Drapion Level X, once again, same with the Garchomp and the Palkia. It is a Japanese exclusive card. 3 Japanese exclusive cards in a row now, guys. I'm really spoiling you guys at the moment, aren't I? Japanese exclusive cards. Where else are you going to see this? Only KB's channel. Drapion Level X. Unfortunately, this also got that PSA 9. This is actually my 3rd or 4th Drapion graded, and I was expecting to get a PSA 10. But once again, I think it was the centering that maybe let it down, or slight surface damage, because the back is completely clean. No, there's literally 0 whitening on the back. I can't see anything wrong with the front. So the only thing that technically lets it down is the centering, as it's left heavy. And as you can see here, it's got a really nice fat swell on the left hand side. Same with my other Drapion Level X, which I have in my PC. This one has a swell on it as well. Beautiful, beautiful card. Don't worry, that little thing is on the slab. That's not actually a scratch, if you guys are wondering. There we go. Beautiful card nonetheless. Also will be available for sale. There we go, Drapion Level X. Absolute beauty. I love the Level X exclusives, man, the Japanese exclusives. Ooh! This is my second or third Raikou, once again graded. As you can see, there's a little theme here. I really enjoy mid-era cards. They call me the mid-era king, if I say so myself. I was going to reveal the grade once again there. Raikou EX Fuller, as I said, this is my second or third one graded. The rest got 10s, and I'm expecting a 10 on this. So the first card, this card ended up getting that Gem Mint 10. There we go, in mint condition. Guys, you know what the craziest part is? I copped this one in C-Labo. That's right, this was supposed to be damaged, and I ended up copping it in C-Labo, yellow sticker, and it got that PSA 10. So remember that video that I done, guys, which got like 50% K views? That video, I showcased this Raikou, and I copped this Raikou in that video. And as I said, you could buy yellow sticker damaged cards and get PSA 10s. I'm not chatting, it's my second one or third one graded now. Next card we have, ooh, Regice EX, unlimited as well from Undone Seal. Now, shout out to Kevin, my brother. He actually ended up purchasing a Regice EX in English off of my stream not too long ago, and it ended up getting that PSA 10. I'll put it on the screen right now. There we go. Beautiful card. And now we have the Japanese version. Pretty much the same thing, just in Japanese, right? But this is special because it's unlimited. As you guys may or may not know, unlimited is a lot rarer than first edition, especially when it comes to Japanese Pokemon cards. Well, only when it comes to Japanese Pokemon cards. In English, first edition is rarer, but in Japanese, it's complete opposite. In most cases, not all cases. And this card looked completely minty to me. I didn't see anything wrong with the card. Maybe a tiny whitening speck on the top left corner. You guys can see that, right? Apart from that, the rest of the card was absolutely minty. And I was expecting a PSA 10. And it ended up getting a PSA 9. I don't think it was the centering. I genuinely think it was the little whitening mark at the back of the card that sort of let it down. But come on, man. That's mint. That's a bit too harsh, in my opinion. If there's no surface damage, if the centering is good, come on, man, just throw me that 10. Why are you giving me a 9? I might just crack that because it's such a sick card, illustrated by Arita as well, and it's unlimited. I think it's worth cracking and just send it in again. Next card, we have, let's keep this going. Ooh. There we go. Blaziken EX, we get into the juicy cards now. Blaziken EX from Miracle Crystal in first edition. Now we had the English version, which I just showed you guys from Crystal Guardians. There we go, Crystal Guardians. And now we have the Japanese version from Miracle Crystal, my favorite set to ever exist. This one ended up getting a Gem Mint 10. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Look at that. Look at that, boy. Look at that. I actually have a buyer lined up for that already. So that card is already sold. So guys, as I said, if you want to grab any of these cards, go, because they'll be gone ASAP, especially the 10s. So if you want to grab any, check out KBPokemon.com. Check them out Whatnot as well. Free £10 when you sign up. Beautiful, beautiful card. I think I copped this card in Otachu. I'm pretty sure. It was either Otachu or Nin, one of those shops. But I'll put it on the screen of how much I copped it for. It's got a little half swell on the top as well. Beautiful, beautiful card right there. Anyways, next card, let's stop the waffle. Next card, we have a Jirachi Amazing Rare. Guys, I think I've sent in about 15 Jirachi Amazing Rares, and every single one got a PSA 10. So if we could keep the streak going with the PSA 10s, that would be lovely. This one ended up getting a PSA 10. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. As I said, I already know the grades. It's just for you guys. Amazing Rares. Absolutely underrated, by the way. Can I just say that? Look at that. These are one of my top sellers at shows and online. I've sold all my other ones. This was my last remaining raw I had, so I thought I'd just send it in. Completely minty. 10 for 10 now. Actually, no, sorry, 15 for 15. I've sent in like 15, I'm not even joking. You can ask Karim. He'll put it in the comment section below if he sees this. Next is the Armado EX. Is there another Armado EX? No, okay, I'm gonna leave that, Hold on a second, we'll get to that in a second. Armado EX in first edition. This card I copped from, what's that shop near? What's the shop in Nagoya in near Toreka Camp? Dice Roll, that's it. Guys, if you didn't know, Dice Roll actually had its own shop, right, near Toreka Camp, or sort of like 10 minutes away from Toreka Camp. And they actually closed it down because Toreka Camp actually bought Dice Roll recently. And the guy who owned Dice Roll and worked in Dice Roll, you can now see his collection in Toreka Camp in another store upstairs, which is also part of Toreka Camp, which is quite cool. But anyways, let's get back to the submission. Armado, Gem Mint 10. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I actually submitted 2 of these, so stay tuned to see the other one. Beauty, absolute beauty. I actually got an English copy there as well. Look at that. Japanese and English. Wow. So sick. So sick. The next card, Armado is one of my favorite Pokemon, by the way. Underrated, man. I used to love using him in the games. I used him in Emerald quite a lot. And what else I used him in? I think I used him in X and Y quite a lot as well. But next up, we got Metagross EX Unlimited from Undone Seal. Same with the Regice, was it? Yeah, same with the Regice. Both unlimited. We have a Gem Mint 10. Let's get it, baby. Wow. I didn't expect that, I'll be real. Especially because it's unlimited. I was like, you know what? Let me risk it. Let me just send it in. It was Gem Mint, but I was like, I didn't expect, you know the ones where like, you don't sort of expect it. Like you send it in, you know, hoping for a 10, and if it gets a 9, you're still happy. And it got a 10, so can't complain about that. Look at that, man. Let me put this here, so hide the 9 there. So sick. So the other one got a PSA 10, and this one also ended up getting a PSA 10. 2 for 2 now. 2 for 2. Look at that, man. I could just display both of these here. Just have an Armado gang at the bottom here. Look at that. Armado gang. The next card, we have a Wolverine EX. Now, this is actually one of my favorite EXs. I keep saying this is my favorite EX, this is my favorite EX, but every time I see an EX, it's just my favorite EX. I don't know what it is, man. Every time I just see an EX, I just like it. I like it to the point where it's my favorite. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just waffling. But if you guys collect EXs, all of my EX collectors, you know what I'm talking about. Wolverine EX, one of the best holographic patterns in all EX era. I don't think you guys can see that properly, man. Let me try and show you guys properly. The light's a bit crappy in this in my office at the moment, so bear with me. But you can see a little swell there. Look at that fat swell. I said little. That is fat, bro. That is fat. Yeah, such a sick card. Ended up getting PSA 10. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. First edition as well. Wow. You don't really see Masago illustrate too many EXs, but when you do, you know it's going to be sick, man. Look at that Wolverine. I love the art style of this card. I genuinely love it so much. It's so sick. Bro, come on, man. Look at that. By the way, if anyone is watching and you guys have this card in English in a PSA 10, reach out to me. I'm willing to buy this card in a PSA 10. I want it for my PC. It's actually one of my favorite EXs, as I said. So reach out to me, guys, if you have that in an Ace or PSA 10. I'm willing to buy it for last solds or recent comps. Deoxys EX. This is actually one of the most spenny EXs in the submission. I copped this card, I think, for 120 to 150 pounds, something like that. I know I overpaid quite a bit for the raw, but it was minty, and I was expecting to get that Gem Mint 10. And obviously, when I expect to get Gem Mint 10s, they usually end up getting Gem Mint 10s. It's quite sick to see. Look at that. One of the best holographic patterns as well for the Japanese EXs. It's got a swirl right there as well. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. Oh my gosh. Bro, like, yeah. You genuinely can't go wrong with this, man. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry you keep seeing my face. I'm just mesmerized by how sexy some of these cards are. That is so sick. That is so sick. Wow. Guys, telling you, grab some of these cards, man, before they're gone. Grab some of them before they are gone. My cards sell out very fast, especially when I get my returns back. So make sure you're locked in. I have a lot of customers returning back to me saying, have you still got the card? It's gone. Sorry. Arceus. I was going to say Arceus? Salamence. Level X is the next card we got. Now, this Salamence, I think I remember paying around 30 to 40 pounds for, which is an absolute steal. Especially because I thought it'd generally get that Gem Mint 10. And it ended up getting that Gem Mint 10. Let's get it, baby. As you can see, we've been on a hot streak so far of Gem Mint 10s. I mean, bro, it does not stop. Okay, it stops there with the Reggie Ice, but hot streak of Gem Mint 10s. You know when they give you a 10, they're going to keep giving you 10s. So when you see a 10, just be prepared. You're going to keep getting 10s. I've noticed that with submissions. Every time I submit a card and I get a 10, it keeps piling up with 10s until there's one like really bad card and it gets a 9 or lower, and then the rest of the cards get 9s or lower, just like this one. I don't know why this card got a 9. I genuinely don't. It was minty. I had 2 of these. I had a first edition and unlimited version. I sold the unlimited version to a guy which I know. He works for Card Galaxy at the moment. I can't remember his name, but shout out to the guy. I think he's called Solid Strike, something like that. I've seen him on Whatnot. He hopped to my streams a couple times, and he bought a couple cards for me, including the unlimited Gardevoir, sorry. And hopefully, if he's watching this, bro, if you're watching this and you graded it, hopefully you got a 10. If you haven't graded it, then good luck if you are going to grade it. But I think the reason for why this one got a 9 was because it has a little tiny speck at the bottom. Can you see that? I don't know if that's the card or not. Oh yeah, here's the card. Look at that. Tiniest little speck at the bottom there. Can you see it? That's why I got a 9. Apart from that, it was minty. I don't know if I sent this card in like that or if PSA damaged it. But if I have sent in this card like that, I don't know how I've missed that. I don't think I would have missed it. I think PSA probably damaged my card. I'm leaning like 80 to 90% PSA damaged my card. And if that's the case, then it is what it is. And if I'm wrong, then apologies to PSA, sorry. What else am I going to say? Next card, we have a Machamp Level X in first edition. One of the coolest and most underrated Level X's, even in English. In English, in the PSA 9, this card is like 70 to 80 pounds, which is so cheap, man. I bought one for like 50 pounds not too long ago, so yeah. I've done really well with Level X's. I bought a ton of Level X's. By the way, guys, I've nearly completed all the Level X's in 9s in English, which is quite cool. I'm going to keep that for a post I'm going to do soon, hopefully, when I complete the rest of it. Machamp Level X, as I said, this ended up getting the Gem Mint 10, which I will take, man. I will absolutely take. Such a sick card, such a sick Pokemon. Kind of looks like me when I'm angry. No, I'm joking, man. I need to go start going gym again, man. I actually used to bodybuild, chat, if you don't already know. I'll put up some pictures on the screen right now. Yeah, that was me bodybuilding back in the day. I know. Real life Machamp. I stopped, as you can see. Next, we got a Blaziken Level X. Guys, by the way, I was selling all these cards raw at LCS and on my stream. So as I said, if you want to do purchase any minty cards or any cards ready for grading, hop in my streams. Free £10, link in the description below. Or you can hop on my website and purchase these cards as singles or as graded copy cards. The second last card, Blaziken Level X, we have a PSA 10. Sorry about the little sweat on the top. Sorry, my hand's a bit nervous. Blaziken Level X, PSA 10. Beauty. Once again, got that little starry pattern. Same with a lot of the other Level X's. As I said, not all the Level X's have that starry pattern. As you can see, the Gardevoir doesn't have that. But the Machamp, Blaziken, the Salamence, they all have it. So it just depends on the set. If you guys know any more information as to why they contain a starry pattern, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm very intrigued to know, and obviously I do want to learn more about Japanese Pokemon cards. I don't know everything. I try to research, some stuff, but I don't know everything. Of course, I'm not perfect, so I would like to learn some more stuff about Japanese Pokemon cards. The last card in this submission is Alakazam Level X from the set Bonds to the End of Time, which in English is called Rising Rivals and is my favourite Level X set, or favourite Diamond and Pearl / Platinum set of that era. Starting off with a 9, starting off with a PSA 8, ending off with a PSA 10. The last card in the submission, Alakazam Level X. Look how beautiful that is, man. I think this is my third one graded so far. I've graded 3 of these. I actually graded one of these like 4 or 5 years ago, my first ever PSA submission. So yeah, I'm very thankful to keep on grading Alakazam PSA 10s. But yeah, that's been my PSA submission. Also, shout out to Trust Grading. That is a middleman service I use for grading my cards. I send in all these singles to Karim, the guy who runs Trust Grading, and basically he sends all the cards for me to PSA from the UK, and it's a very, very affordable service. He has very good prices. I think the best prices in the UK, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And yeah, I mean, I've used him for the last couple of years since I submitted to PSA, and I haven't had a bad experience. So if you want to go and check out Trust Grading, the link will be in the description below. He's an absolute legend, a very good friend of mine as well, and I appreciate him a lot for obviously submitting all these cards for me for the past couple of years. So as I said, go check out Trust Grading, go check out my website kbmon.com, and check out my whatnot guys as well. And if you want to grade any cards, obviously with Ace Grading, I know this card is PSA, but if you want to grade any cards with Ace Grading, you can use my code KB in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That has been my PSA submission. I tried to keep it as raw as possible. I know a little different to what I usually put out, but as I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go edit this video, and probably won't go to sleep until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I have a lot of stuff to edit. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoying all the Japan videos as well, and stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate you guys, and peace out.
If you're looking to grade your cards, Ace Grading are fast, reliable, and deliver extremely high quality slabs. And if you want to grab yourself a bargain, use my code KB at checkout when submitting your cards. Hope you guys enjoy grading your favorite cards just like I did with mine.